Hey, 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 hey. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. That's my jam. That timer, y'all should see me. I'll be back here in the back block getting it. How are y'all doing it? Let me get into these chats. Let me get into this chat. All right. So y'all already know. We're gonna do the 50 questions, but I know y'all want to talk. I know y'all want to talk about it. I told y'all this morning, people gonna go live, they're gonna do stuff that y'all want to talk about. If we get on that, we get on that. But for now, let's get into these 50 questions. But before we get into this 50 question Q&A, I want to just say welcome to my channel. It's Melissa Berrien here, coming at you with another live. I'm back from vacation doing my thing. If you haven't already, check out the videos that I posted already this week and this morning. And today I started to do something a real deep tonight, have a cute little deep conversation. I said, you know what, I'll save that for Thursday night. Today let's get into the foolishness and mayhem. Let's have some fun, because it's been a minute since we had some fun. My nails are done. We're kicking it with a little purple today. For those of you that don't know the backstory, you got to read, go back and read. But the blue nail, the Miss Blue Nail is gone. My tips actually came in a little bit earlier. I don't know. I checked I got a notification from Amazon. I was like, oh, okay, let me get these nails done, because y'all know I'm not used to being online looking struggling by the hands. So anyway, if you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not new, go ahead and hit the like button, but make sure you hit the subscribe button. But more importantly, like I always say, don't just hit subscribe, interact. Get to know us or whatever. There will be something. We talk about everything on this channel. And when I say we, I mean we. Yes, it is my channel. Yes, I am the one facilitating the conversation. But trust me, in this comment section, we not only listen to what I have to say, but I definitely go line by line to find out what you guys have to say about whatever it is. And then some days we have where you guys choose the topic. So it's a fun space, but it's also a space tailored for you guys. So hit the subscribe button. I'm telling you, no matter, don't go by what you heard. Okay. Go by what you know, which is fun. So that's that. If you feel so led to, go ahead and hit the super chat, the super sticker. That's probably the only time I will say that. I do have Cash App or whatever, but again, that's not what this is about. I believe that I'm blessed as you are being a blessing, as it's led to you on your heart. So that's that on that. So let's get into it. So like I said, those of you that are subscribed to the channel, you got the notification earlier and you're like, oh, good, we're going to talk about triggers and everything, because that has always been a really good conversation with us whenever we're talking about psychology, that whole thing. And you know what? I was like, we were deep a little bit earlier today and everything. And, my subscriber count is pretty cute. So let's get to know me. Let's get to know me. So let's have these questions. A lot of you already know me. A lot of you who've been following my channel, you already know I'm pretty darn transparent about most things. So let's get into it. If you have a question, I already see one question up there and I will highlight that. But the first thing, y'all already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give my shout outs and my hellos. So Just Me says, I made it. Yes, yes, yes. Royalty. And so Just Me, for this channel to, yeah, I'm not even going to give that any life. But the bottom line is we have trolls now. So make sure you just delete them as they come. I'm not playing no games, no timeout or anything. Again, we don't have to agree, but you're not going to come on my page being disrespectful. If you feel like you could do it a better way, a new way, Yahweh and everything else, go start a channel. That's what I think you should do. So no holds barred, mods, get them where they come. Okay. And hello, royalty. You know what? Y'all just bless me. Y'all two-timer dazers, so for those of you that are new, some of these people, we eat breakfast together and then I come back in the evening and we hit it again. So I really, I don't count that lightly at all. Trust me, I don't. April, hey girl, hey. Lorraine, hey, good to see you again, beautiful. Hello, Melissa. Hey, Jazzy Jazz. Hey, pretty Leester, little sister. Yes. And so again, if you're new to this channel, we do have men peeking in, including my husband. And so we do have men, but pretty much this is just a space for us to get down, talk, and have a sisterhood. So if you hear us referring to each other as sisters, that's what we are. So, like, share, subscribe. You got your marching orders. Let's get these questions going. As the questions are coming, I posted in my community tab. Those of you that don't know what that is, it's just like little posts. And I just post different things throughout the day. Sometimes I'll post something at good morning. I'll post something else. Today I posted something from Michael Baisden. And if you don't know who Michael Baisden is, I would call him a journalist. And more so than a journalist, he is a pot stirrer. And so what he said today, I put it in my community tab. And so that's going to be the first question that we can get to. So basically it said something. I'm not going to I'm not pulling it up. But basically it said, if you're dating someone, if a man is dating a woman with children and he comes to the house and brings dinner, should he bring dinner for the kids or just his girl? Come on, y'all. This is an easy one. This is an easy one. What I want to know is who thinks he should just bring food for the girl? The no-brainer is he better bring something for everybody. But I want to know, peep your head in. If you like, he don't have to bring food for my kids, just for me. Please leave a comment down below. As we're doing that and we're getting these questions, let me know. Get these questions in because this is your chance. Now, disclaimer, y'all know me. I'm not promising I'm going to answer, but ask me. I would enjoy just being asked the question. So Sally says, hey, hello. Hey, Sally, I don't believe that I've seen your name before. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel. If I did, I apologize, but I feel like I haven't seen your name. So welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and interact. Again, these are not necessarily questions personal to me. Hey, Rosalind, how are you? So not necessarily about my personal life. It could be about school, whatever you always wanted, or get someone else's opinion about, or whatever. If you ask a question, my email address, I mean, I can go back and forth because I'm on my laptop, so I'm not on my phone if you want to email me. But anyway, my answer to Michael Baisden is what? Dude, you got to bring the food for everybody. Like, you're not going to bring food to my house because if I'm a single parent, we're a package. So yeah, no. Hello, glad to be on. Hey, Andrea, Sean Locke, good to see you. Good to see you. So again, y'all, this is 50 Questions with Melissa. I was going to dive in deep. If you notice, I did change the title because we'll do that on Thursday. So the video that I was going to do today about triggers, that's going to be on Thursday, same time. But I just wanted to kick it. I wanted to kick it with y'all and y'all get to know me. Let's get some questions rolling. And so for the first question, I said, Michael Baisden posed a question. You're dating someone with kids. Are you going to bring food for the person you're dating or the entire family? So let's get into that. My opinion is human decency. Exactly. A man would bring enough for kids as well. Exactly, Sally. Boom. No brainer. Like, I couldn't even imagine my husband, who is my husband now, but when I had just my son and I cannot imagine him just coming bringing food. That's just not his character. That's just not what he's doing. Even now, if I say, okay, babe, go to the store and get us blah, 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 blah. He's calling and we have 5 kids, but we have 2 small kids now. They're not small, but kids who we have to worry about who eats. And he's going to call those 2. Even if I go, oh, they're fine. No, he's going to call those 2 and vice versa. If he's like, oh, they'll be fine. No, I'm calling. So no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Absolutely not. I want to highlight this again because this is so cute. I like this show. Thank you. That's that you didn't ask that question, but to answer, that is my dream. Like, I'm opening up a space right now. This is my show, but my dream would be to be syndicated and have an actual show. That's not a question that anyone asks, but thank you, Royalty, for recognizing all of that. Hey, Rosalind. So yeah, let's see. Yeah. So human decency, like, that's just human decency. Even, you're not dating someone. If I'm going to someone's house as a mutual friend, platonic friend, that's the word. And she has kids and she says, girl, stop by Popeyes or stop by whatever. I'm not just going to bring enough for her or me and my kids and her. No, not doing that. That's human decency. A man with integrity will know to bring for the whole package. Exactly. Thank you. Food for all of us. We are a package deal. Absolutely. My girls got standards. Ask what the kids like. Even better, Pamela, because you know what? You're dating me. Part of getting to me is getting to my children. So absolutely ask the children what they would like. So that's a consistency. Unless someone else feels like they want to chime in, let's get these questions rolling. Anything you've ever wanted to ask a YouTuber, a mom, a black person. I'm pretty conservative, but yet I'm liberal. So I'm all over the place as far as a lot of things are concerned. Someone who loves to talk, someone who, whatever. Let's get these questions rolling. And then we'll get on Miss Latrice's live that someone so eloquently texted me and said, girl, she live fussing in the car. And I was like, why? But anyway. So first question. Not that. Hi, Melissa. What do you think of voter suppression Republicans are forcing across the nation? You know what? I have a couple of videos where I spoke about this. And but to recap and to put it plainly, I think that America is sleeping. We are very distracted as a whole very easily. There's a pocket of us that are paying attention. There's a pocket of us that are able to multitask with the foolishness and the BT and this and that and winter fashion and nails and all this other stuff, but also able to pay attention to the voter suppression. But there's a large portion of America that are not paying attention to these laws that are being passed in Georgia, in Arizona, in Pennsylvania, I want to say somewhere else, like all over America. These laws are being passed and there's no outcry as if it were a year or two ago before the election. One thing that I always say is, and I get to say this as a Black American, as a Black female, and it's not just us in our culture, but I feel like we just get so easily distracted, and then we want to be reactive. We want to be reactive when something happens. Well, Texas, thank you. I knew it was somewhere else in Texas. Yeah, so it's like we want to be reactive, and it's like, guys, I love the fact that we can find humor in everything. My people can find the humor in the most sick things, right? I love that about us, but at the same time, at the same time, because I have friends and associates of other nationalities and ethnicities, and North Carolina, absolutely, of other diverse cultures, I see how they move within their families. It is embedded. It is a conversation, whether they agree or not. It is, you're going to vote. Are you paying attention? The conversation is constantly being had. That doesn't happen, generally speaking, in the Black community. We go from election, distraction, maybe back to election, back to distraction, back to outcry. Oh my gosh, why are they doing that? And what's going to happen is, for a lot of people, the next election cycle, when people start getting arrested because they're giving out water, or because in Arizona, the polling places have been changed or whatever, then it's going to be a national outcry. And it's going to be like, hello, we were talking about this before. So yeah, I mean, I'm paying attention and I try to, talk about it as much as I can. But I just think that, America as a whole, but especially Black America, we're kind of reactive in a lot of ways, in a lot of ways. So yeah, do what you can, speak on it as you can, post as you can. But, let's be honest, in a lot of ways, within the last 10, 15 years, if you're a certain age, as far as I'm concerned, I could be honest for myself, 10, 15 years ago, I wasn't really that into politics from a generational, from a conviction generational point of view. I would vote election by election, distraction, back to election. But now I'm thinking about longevity. I'm thinking about my children. I'm thinking about my grandchildren, that whole thing. So we have to change the mindset about politics in our community, whether it's the young, the old, and everything of that nature. Now, I will say this as a disclaimer: the young people are on it. They are okay. Mods, get in, because it just distracts me when they come in, and that person's gonna come back with a name, with a different whatever. So just be on it, y'all. So yeah, so I just think that it's a conversation that we definitely need to continue to have, and we just need to be able to laugh and joke and have all these other things that we're so interested in, but also influence culture through politics. Absolutely. And it almost feels like people think only certain Black people or certain young people should be able to speak about politics. How powerful would it be? Would it be if a Little Nas or a Lil Nas, I'm telling my name, I'm telling my age, Little Nas, if a Lil Nas or Cardi is very vocal, a Meg, all these other people were more vocal about politics. So absolutely, I'm paying attention, but I think that there's just not enough of a national outcry. And you know how what was her name? Stacey Abrams did like an actual campaign to make a change. I'm not sure that that's happening right now. So yeah, that's right. Ask what the kids want in Texas. Hey, Sheeta, good to see you again, girl. We're doing 50 questions and we got started. I asked a question about Michael Baisden. Go look at my community tab, see what I posted there. And then I just was asked a question about voter suppression. So catch the replay. If you're in the bushes trying to figure out when's your chance to come in to troll and or be serious, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button in this video. We're here having good conversation. So join in. Gwen Hope says, hey, Gwen. All right, we have another question. Melissa, how do you feel about women of high risk carrying babies? I think that women of high risk carrying babies, number one, I think that a certain portion of women are very conscious of that high risk and they're willing to take their risk. And that's their right. It's their body. I think that they also should be concerned. So let's say you have 3 kids or none, and the doctor's like, you carry this baby, it's a high risk. If that's the risk that they're willing to take, then that's the risk that they're willing to take. That's just a conversation that they need to have with their partner, get their affairs in order and do what they need to do. Do I think it's selfish to risk it? Again, I can't tell somebody what to do with their money, with their body and procreating and all that stuff. I honestly don't have a strong opinion about it other than the fact that that's their body. Let me see. My last kid would have been considered high risk because of my age. I was early 30s, I want to say. And it was very interesting because they were, he was a big, huge, like, he was born 10 pounds. Okay. And if I must say so myself, I had him without any medication. It was not on purpose because they didn't believe that I was progressed along. So we could talk about that too. How they don't ever believe Black women most of the time. But anyway, he was considered high risk because of his age. And he was, because of my age and because of his weight. And they thought he was Down syndrome. And they really were like, oh, do you want to get rid of him? This. And I was like, no, what are you talking about? Absolutely not. To come to find out, he was just a big baby. And I guess with Down's children, they can kind of measure them in utero, that their neck is fat, this, that, and the other. Child, this boy was just big. He was just a big kid. He came out ready to play football. So again, that's someone's personal choice. That's just the way I feel about it. But I feel like if you're going to make that choice, make sure that your affairs are in order. And I'm talking about like really, because I think pregnancy is high risk, period. It is a miracle. It is risky to be pregnant and carrying a baby. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Hats off to all of us. Hey, ladies. Hi, me too. Team Destroyer, let's go. Got it. Thank you. Hey, Royalty. I had my daughter at 40. She was born healthy. Exactly. I don't think I was like mid 30s, and they gave me all, I didn't even get an amniocentesis because the thing about it is, if he was Downs, I wasn't going to get rid of him. I just get what you get and don't throw a fit. That's just what, that's the way I felt about it. So yeah, no, I think, like I said, birth is such a, like I've given birth 4 times, but I've witnessed birth and assisted in birth 3 times. And I'm telling you, every time was just beautiful and just absolutely a miracle. Anything can go left at any moment. And a lot of times we don't think about that when we're getting pregnant. Like I of course, my kids are all grown now. So I think, wow, what if my first one was twins? What if this happened? What if that happened? And then when I think that, I just go, thank God. Thank you, Jesus. So yeah. Again, if you're just joining in, make sure you hit the like button. We're doing 50 questions with Melissa. The questions are not rolling in as fast as I would like. So that means I'm going to start asking myself questions in a minute. But it could be the fact that people are just coming on. Also, people are interested in the question that I'm currently on. So again, you don't have to ask me anything personal about me. You can. But you can ask YouTube questions. You can ask questions about public speaking, anything. It doesn't matter. You can ask whatever you want, and we'll see if I answer. So here we go. You may not experience it, but what advice do you have for someone who has been molested? So let's be specific. Are you talking about childhood molestation? So my advice for someone who has been molested, if they, I'm going to say this person is an adult now. So give me just a little bit more detail, because I can go there's so many ways I can tackle this. But I'm going to assume this person is an adult trying to manage whatever it is that they're going through. Let's see. Teenager. Okay. So we have a teenager. Teenager comes to Andrea or whatever and says, hey, I've been molested. Well, the first thing that the person needs to do is be safe, find safety as best as they can, whatever that means, whatever that looks like. That may mean going to the police and saying, you know, hey, this is happening to me, going to a family member or whatever. And then a family member that can be trusted. The conversation can be gone a different place if we talk about family members that don't believe the child or whatever. I don't want to touch that. What I'm saying is hardcore, yes, you have been molested. First thing is you have to get some help. You absolutely positively have to get some help, because there's so much that goes beyond being violated as a child, as a teenager, that needs to be addressed. Sometimes, you know, unfortunately, people that have been molested as children, as teenagers, they don't really think that there's anything wrong with it because it's been happening so long. It's their normal. So you have to get them counseling to understand, like, that this is not that should not have happened to you. That is not how a blah, 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 a friend, a parent, or whatever is supposed to treat you. The next thing that I would say as best as they can is definitely explain to them, as they're seeking help, we got to seek healing. That's going to take a long time, in the sense of doing the work, because the work that you do as a teenager won't necessarily manifest until you're a young adult or old adult. But I would definitely say don't carry that around. That's a huge, huge secret. That's a huge, huge burden to try to carry around and not tell someone, because whoever did that to that person needs to be prosecuted. They need to be in trouble, or however you want to say it. So that would be my recommendation, for sure. And that's on that. And some of us are mandated reporters and stuff like that. So I don't play with stuff like that. I don't play with it at all. Teenager. All right. Next up on the docket, what's going on? What's going on? So I had my daughter at 40. Next question. All right. So I'm going to thank you. You are absolutely welcome. You got to get that kid to safety, whatever that looks like, whatever that means. After you get them to safety, you got to get into healing, because the mindset has to change, in the sense of, because 9 times out of 10, most teenagers that are, or young kids, they don't know that they don't know. And until the light bulb comes on sometimes, and it's like, oh, that's what was happening. I was sitting on his lap and that rub was just a little bit extra. That was a violation. You understand? Because most molesters are very, very cunning and very, very swift and very, very fast. What age should your child date? I have a very, very, very strange view on that, only because of my personal experience. So let me back up a little bit. I grew up when I was in high school, from middle school to high school to a little bit after high school, I was dating one person. And in high school, I was doing the whole dating thing and all of just the whole 9. And so pretty much we were like 2 little high school married people by the time we were seniors. not necessarily living together or anything like that, but you know, it was that type of relationship. You know, oh, you want to go hang out with friends? No, let me go see what so and so thinks, or let me ask so and so, or whatever like that. So that's what I come from. And then boom, a year after I got pregnant my high school senior year, then had a baby, but by then we weren't together anymore. So as much as I love my son, I don't regret that part of it, but because of that experience, I have a completely different view on dating and in high school or when a child should date. So to answer your question, I believe there's nothing, what I tell our kids can like who they like, go to group dates, giggle and snickle, do all that other stuff, but you're not about to be booed up in 8th, 7th, 6th grade, high school. Listen, that's not happening. That's not happening. And so I don't really have an age because kids are different. So I may have an age for one kid where you say, you know what, you can go on a group date with so-and-so or whatever, or you can do this with whatever. But then I may have a very immature 16-year-old or a very sneaky 15-year-old or a very mature 18-year-old. So it really just depends kid by kid. And so you're talking about somebody with 5 kids who I can tell you each one was treated very differently on their journey to exploring dating and stuff like that. But I would say besides age, just be careful that they're not losing themselves in this relationship, because that happens. And as someone, you know, I coach cheer, I see my kids, and you would see these girls I've seen kids hold off going to college waiting on dude and then end up breaking up. And it's just, and I get it. It's their journey. They do what they want to do, whatever. But we can also guide our children. I don't believe in just handing my kids off to the internet wolves or to Life Society and say, oh, y'all figure it out. Boom. No, there's some guidance that should happen. So take your kid by kid, and just reassess and say, you know what, is this the kid that's searching for attention and stuff like that? You might not want to let that 15-year-old be someone that's wrapped up, tied up into a whole relationship. But also definitely encourage and let them understand that you understand that part of human development and all of that is liking someone. There's nothing wrong with liking someone, but you know, I tell you, we're not doing that. We're not doing all that booed up. We're not doing that. Love y'all now. You like them, all that. I even tease you that you like them, but we're not gonna be the extreme of what happened to me in school. Teenager, okay, teenager, yeah. It's your personal conviction. Like I said, you know, that's just it. I believe at 18, 17, 18, you know, especially 18, there's nothing you can do at that point, you know, in the sense of like, no, you can't go on a one-on-one date or whatever like that. No, not at 18. But like I said, 15, 16, 17, group dates, group this, group that. Y'all can like each other, y'all can snickle, y'all can whatever, but we're not like, I've just seen some really extreme dating situations with teenagers. I'm talking family trips with each other. I've seen holiday pictures. Like, y'all, what's left? Like, y'all may as well be married. And so, yeah. Right. Thank you. So that's my take on that. So I'm going to wait for y'all to drop some more questions. And while you wait to drop some more questions, I'm going to see if I can find some questions, because the chat is quiet. Is Latrice still on live? She must be, because y'all are quiet. Let's see. I smell bleach. I see that questions. Driving. Okay. Thank you, Ebony. Okay, that makes sense. And be safe. Be safe. Okay. 50 questions to ask. Here we go. To ask a girl. The last 2 questions were mine. Wow, how about it? Good. Because in a minute, I'm going to start asking y'all questions. Y'all know I will flip the script and start doing that. But yeah, 50 questions. All right. 50 questions to ask a girl you like. So y'all like me. Y'all like me. We kind of go together. So I'm gonna ask these questions. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Where are these questions? Okay. What are you most passionate about right now? What I'm most passionate about right now would be, I'm very passionate about my YouTube channel and making sure that I am representing who I am properly, what I'm about properly, maintaining the cute balance of righteous, ratchet, and classy, all of that together, and savage, all that wrapped up into one. But I'm very passionate about my YouTube. I'm always passionate about my family. Family is so important to me. My kids are growing up, and I'm not the weepy mommy. That's not me. That's not me at all. But it is causing me to be like, wow, you know, with our last two, they're juniors now. Everyone else is an adult. One's married, one's living outside the home, one's on his way out the home. So we just have two left, and it's just like, wow. Thankfully, I like my husband. Thankfully, we are really good friends. Thankfully, you know, we have a good foundation and we do everything together and we love, you know, doing things together, whatever. But when I think about the fact that just like almost in a blink of an eye, this thing that we built, we're seeing it come into fruition. So it's just like, wow, 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 wow. So, but I'm always passionate about my, my craft, you know, YouTube, creating, whatever, all that look together. And my family, and definitely always my faith. You know what I'm saying? Royalty said, flip the script. Okay, I got it. If you could go back 5 years, what would you change about your future? Wow. These are good questions. These are just random questions. Who put this in my phone? If I can go back 5 years, so 5 years would have been, okay, wow, this is good. 5 years ago, I would, let's see, 5 years ago, what would you change about your future? 5 years ago, I would have set goals and stuck with them and I would have stuck with my goals because I already had goals. 5 years ago, I was finishing my bachelor's degree. I was juggling, my husband was deployed, and I was juggling coaching and everything else. And in the midst of all of that, guess what I decided to get distracted from? Yep, finishing my degree. Or was it my master's degree? It was my master's degree. So I, you know, coaching had me busy, deployment had me busy, and everything else. And so guess what? You know what I did? Oh, well, I'll just drop out of school for now and I'll go back or whatever. No, I should have stuck with it, finished it just for the sake of completing something for me, so that when things get chaotic, we as women, we're so easy. It's so easy for us to drop the thing that pertains to us. There's no way I would have stopped coaching. Obviously, I'm a wife, a mom, so there's no way I would have stopped, you know, juggling kids and family and everything in deployment. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah. Hey, Burnett, we are doing 50 questions. If you have any questions, YouTube related, personal related, whatever, I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to answer the personal questions, but you can definitely ask. If you just are popping in, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you, I got you, girl. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and comment, interact. That's what we do on this channel. So we're doing the 50 questions. They're a little slow on the questions, so I dug out my own questions, and now they're all deep. My health and my girls for me. Okay. Oh, good. Ebony said that she's passionate. What she's passionate about is her health and my girls for me. Yes, absolutely. See, I had pull over. I would have finished my bachelor's degree. Energy is good here. Good. Thank you, Ebony. You would have finished your bachelor's degree? No, I didn't. Coaching was, you know, I was all into the kids, teaching and all of that. So yeah. Pamela is completing my book, and my community activist is my passion. And good. You know what, Pamela? I am procrastinating on that book. I got the first page written. And yeah, that's where we're at. Pam says, hey, y'all, what did I miss? We're doing 50 questions and we're on question. I'm just pulling questions from my phone at this point, unless you guys have questions specifically for me. Other than that, people are driving. They're coming in and out, which is fine with me. And we're just doing what we do. Have you traveled much or do you want to? I have traveled a lot. Travel is actually one of the things that I enjoy. It's a hobby. It's one thing I enjoy to do as a family with my husband. So yes, I have traveled a lot. I have not traveled a lot in Europe. That's like one place that we want to go to or whatever, but definitely all up in this area for sure. Here we go. How do you analyze someone who acts crazy on live every day and all day? I don't. I don't. I honestly don't. I answer whatever you guys bring up, or if someone says, "Hey, Melissa, did you see da 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 da?" But to be perfectly honest with you, I have not caught that. I intentionally do not watch any of her lives or anything like that. So to take it to the point of how do I analyze it, I don't. But let's just be honest. If there's something practical, you know, how someone runs their house or how they do this or how they do that, that's easy to have a conversation over. But yeah, no, I don't. What is your biggest deal breaker in a relationship? Abuse. That is a huge deal breaker. I've seen couples overcome the most craziest things that you've ever seen, ever. But any type of abuse is absolutely not okay. Hello, everyone. Hey, Carrie. We are doing 50 questions. And so we're about on question number 5. And so the questions are kind of going slow coming my way. So I decided to pick up my phone and get some questions going. And they've been actually pretty darn good. So let's see. I have 5 children, but they are grown. No, but if I could do it all over again, just to have them in the house with me, I would. I miss those days. And Burnett, see, that's the thing. I don't remember anyone coming up to me saying, you're going to miss these days. You're going to miss these days. You're going to miss these days. I do not remember anyone telling me that. I remember, oh, it gets better, or, oh, wow, you got your hands full, that type of thing. But no one really said, take in these moments. Of course, throughout the years, the things that we freaked out about, that's why grandparenting is so good. The things that we freaked about over our own kids, by the time we have grandchildren, you're all settled. You're like, oh, you dropped okay, no big deal. Like, we'll clean it up. And so your kids are all freaking out. They're like, wait a minute, is this the same person? No, it's just, we're just chill now. Like, it's not, we understand it's not a big deal. And so where we were literally crying over spilled milk when they were little, they see us now in a whole different capacity. And so, yeah, I agree 100%. It is, I'm blessed that my kids are launching out and without drama. Knock on wood, praise Jesus and everything else. There's no drama. I love who they're with in that regard. But at the same time, it does give me a little, you know, it was so funny because I was telling my husband, I was like, dang, we got this big old house. You know, these kids, you know, the rooms are getting emptier and emptier. We can downsize. But then I'm like, and then my kids were like, well, shoot, let's just have one room for each grandkid or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's true too. But yeah, we were just joking about that. I was like, and it happens fast. It happens so fast. Yeah. So we have 5 kids, 2 plus my cousin. What was the last crazy adventure you went on? So, I don't know. What would be a crazy adventure? Okay. I just thought about it. Crazy adventures for us is not something crazy, but for us, it's literally, we will do this. We will literally wake up and go, let's go to Vegas. You want to go to Vegas? Okay, let's go to Vegas. And then we go to Vegas. Let's go to San Diego. You want to go to San Diego? Okay. Let's go to Orlando tomorrow. Orlando? You want to go? Okay, let's go. So yeah, that was the last time. Geez, the last time we woke up and was like, let's go to Orlando was maybe about a month or 2 ago. No, it was spring break. Because the kids were, yeah. So it was like March. It was like March. I've been back so much bit since then. But yeah, that was literally like, you want to go? Yeah, because the world was starting to open back up a little bit, and we were getting the itch to travel, and we was like, let's dip out, let's go. And so that was the last crazy thing that we did. You're not qualified. They need several stages of professional help. Absolutely. Absolutely. Is there any type of abuse or physical, all abuse, all type of abuse? I'm not tolerating emotional abuse, and I don't want to be emotionally abused by someone. Physically abuse for sure. Sexually or kid, it doesn't matter. That's a deal breaker for me. And I'm pretty sure there's other things that I could think of: a gambler, a drug addict, for sure. You know, I'm gonna stick by you and grow with you and stuff like that. But if what you're doing is detrimental to our family, you're literally destroying us and you're destroying my lifestyle, you gotta go. You gotta go. Agreed. Yeah, no, I'm not, I don't even, so we're going back to the question about analyzing someone. Child, no. If I did ever, I have never, you know, called anyone a this or that or whatever. There's so much that goes into giving a diagnosis to someone that I do not take that lightly at all. Because I know that you just can't do that based on what you see on a live. You can't do that. You could say they have tendencies of, or this characteristic is of, but there's no way, you know, that's the only, what we see on live, even though we see a lot of her lives or a lot of people's lives, we only are seeing a snippet. What's your favorite time of year and why? My favorite time of year with family is Christmas time. My favorite time of year just in general is summer. So here living in Arizona is always warm. So I love year round. I do not like to feel the hint of cold air. So that's that. All right, let's get those questions going. Or you can answer these too. Is what you're focusing on now for school or work, what you want to do forever? So my focus right now is my YouTube channel, and I'm focused on growing that. Forever is a strong word, so we'll see. I'm just riding it out. What made you be a YouTuber? That's a very interesting question. And I think what I'm going to do is review my first video. What made me be a YouTuber? I think, because I'm not sure what I said in my first video, but I consumed YouTube. So of course I will follow all these commentators and stuff like that. I've always had a gift of gab and counseling and public speaking and all of that. Always very comfortable on camera, talking to people, that whole thing. And I would see people doing this and I'm like, I can do that. But I always wanted my own space. So I was like, well, let me try it. And then I tried it. And then I was like, oh, that was fun. Now, believe it or not, I'm talking to thousands of people now. But back then, you know, the audience of 20, 10, you know, whatever. But I was so happy about doing it. It was just my space. So the thing about YouTube that a lot of people don't realize, typically speaking, when you go on YouTube, so this account probably is years old, but as far as starting YouTube, I might be 2 years in. I think my first video was like 2 years ago. And so when I first started doing YouTube, most people, when you first start, unless you just have a concrete niche, you're all over the place. You're like, okay, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? I knew I wanted to have a platform to speak, but you got to kind of figure out what you want to do, how you want to do it or whatever. I knew, you know, I was low carb. I had food. So I was all over the place, and that was fine. In everything that I did, I always gave advice. No matter what I was doing, I was always giving advice. And I'm the friend that people will call and say, what do you think about this? I'm the friend at church, you know, can you pray for this? Or can you pray for that? Or, hey, here's Melissa, she can help you with this. And she's solid, that type of thing. So that's always been my passion, helping women specifically. And so YouTube came about because I was inspired by somebody else doing it. And I was like, you know, hey, I can do that. And that's a good idea. And really the people that I could think of that I was watching back in the day, they weren't in this lane, in this space that I'm doing right now. They were kind of doing reaction videos to TV shows and this and that, and, you know, that type of thing. And that's just how I started. I just clicked the camera and said, okay. And then when I was like, when the live was over or when the video was over, I was like, oh, that's pretty darn neat. That was fun. And I love the fact that this is my channel, this is my space, and I drive the train, and there it is. So yes, that's what made me do YouTube. And yeah, that's that. And it has grown. Like I focused on one thing, then it went to this, then it went that, then to that, and then boom, I hit a wall. But it was a good wall because it was a wall that helped me focus and say, okay, this is your niche. This is what's working. You can give them videos, you can on this, you can give them videos on that, you can do this, you can do that, but stay in this lane right here. And that's what I've been doing, just riding the wave. It's raining so bad here in Florida. You know how that is. Yes, water, bread, eggs, gas, going fast. Listen, Burnett, let me tell you something. We were 2 lightning strikes from not being able to fly out. I was like, oh, no, not today. I didn't realize, well, we knew because you got to check the weather when you go to Orlando. And so before we flew out, we looked, it was like, oh, this is going to be a terrible trip because it's going to be raining. But come to find out, it wasn't terrible. I planned everything absolutely perfect. But when we left the hotel, it was not raining. By the time we got back, literally, we look out the window, rain started. I had it planned out. Listen, I'm the one looking at the Doppler radar, looking at when it's coming and not. Thankfully, we stayed on property, so it wasn't like a long drive or anything like that. But girl, I know all about it. I actually have a friend that's headed there. We always plan our trips. It's so weird. She goes, I come, she goes. It's the weirdest thing. And she left the very next day. I said, girl, Elsa out there, what are y'all doing? She going anyway. So yeah, keep the questions going. I like the question about what made you do YouTube. Yep. If you have YouTube questions, anything, now's your chance. Get it on out. What was the best thing about where you grew up? The best thing about where I grew up in Miami, Florida. The best thing about growing up in Miami for me is the diversity in the island cultures. So I was around all type of islanders. Okay. The food, the weather, and the culture. And so where I grew up, it was a mixture. So my family started out in the city, but we moved to the suburbs type thing. So in the suburbs, you have way more diversity, a little bit more diversity, not kind of like what I'm living in now. Here, we're diverse, white people, everything. But it was just nice to grow up in a place where, you have your hurricane parties. Yeah. So yeah, I love Miami is cool. Miami is cool for culture. Miami is cool for food and doing beaches and stuff like that. But it's not a place that I would raise my kids in. They closed the airport. See, ooh, if we were one more day. See, I'm so glad I left when we. I'm gonna call my mom. Be like, girl, guess what? Pamela, well spoken. Thank you, dear. I really, really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. So keep the questions going. In the meantime, here we go. Watching UCC and Ross has made me second guess not letting my youngest start her channel. Oh, and following a few family pages have made me realize, girl, it's never too late. It's not. Tell me more. Tell me more about letting your youngest start her channel. How old is she? And what is she going to be doing? Because, these YouTube streets, there's a way to ignore the trolls, to maintain your privacy. I only say what I want to say. I only show you what I want to show you. I only respond to what I want to respond to. So there's a way that you can do it to protect, because there's some little kids out here making bank. I saw this little girl. Those are, okay, another thing that you guys don't know about me. I'm a huge simmer game. The Sims. I play The Sims. And I also was thinking about starting a streaming channel, just me playing Sims. People, old lady playing The Sims. So anyway, so as I was doing that and I was looking up the different kids, like these kids are making bank. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And the reason why I say I know that they're making bank is because all the followers that they have. That's what I mean. They have tons of followers. So I'm curious to know how old she is and tell me why you're making it second guess. I hope that it's nothing that I hope I'm not reacting in a way that's making you feel discouraged. Because here's the thing. If your 10-year-old is going to go into acting, if there's anything that they're going to be great at, they're going to have trolls. So I doubt if you're going to let the 10-year-old be on the internet without you regulating the page. But if she has a talent and it's something that can earn her money and everything else, make sure you just watch it. Just watch it. Oh, this was like 5 years ago. Oh, okay. 5 years ago. Oh, and following a few family pages has made me realize, girl, it's never too late. It is never too late. It is never too late. I am a little slow on the family page thing only because I'm very protective of my family. I'm able to ignore people when you're talking about me, but then when you get to stalking my kids and this and that and the other, that's where I may have a problem, but I won't because they're old enough to handle themselves. But also, like I said, I just I'm not ready for that. I'm not quite ready for that. Because there's a level of transparency. If you want to be good at this, there's a level of transparency that has to happen. You can't be a family page. At least I've never seen a family page where you just don't see the people and they're hidden and all this other stuff. So yeah, she's 10, but we wanted to start Musically, now TikTok, then YouTube. Okay, just watch it, because the thing that I do know is these apps appear to be really, really cute and really, really innocent, but there's a lot of things that these kids are exposed to. So I hope this tropical storm or hurricane don't hit us here in Tampa. So far, we are at a warning. Listen, I don't know what Elsa's doing. I feel like they shouldn't even named her Elsa. Ebony, reword it then. Like I said, I know when we were leaving, it was crazy. And I didn't think we were sitting in the airport and they were making announcements and this X amount of more lightning strikes, we're going to close it. And I was like, get me home. So yeah. Oh, wait, I worded it wrong. Make sure you reword it. Hey, Bridges, how are you? How's it going? I'm not getting any notifications. If I am, I need to go to your page and see if you are posting anything, because I don't know. I started off only having private pages, but recently I allowed her to make them public. Okay, so tell me more about what you see me going through and the other ladies going through, but specifically me, what we're going through that makes you like, not so sure. I don't understand why people leave ugly comments. I'm always getting negative comments, but I never go back and forth with them. I just leave them a green heart, period. Burnett, that's just what it is. You know, even when I'm watching something that I don't agree with, or I'm on someone's page and I don't like their hair, or I feel like they should have bought it. Okay, perfect example. Even with Latrice, like I don't leave her. I never left her like clean up your house. Never did that. Like I'm just watching whatever I don't like, and it is what it is. But then also, I always tell people you can disagree. Like that's one thing I love. Like I started the conversation out with, if you don't agree, you think the man should just bring something for her, let me know. But I don't like the negativity, you know, the derogatory stuff and all this other stuff. And Burnett, tell me if it's like this. The comments that they make, I'm like, clearly you have not watched this video, because you're telling me I'm bashing this one, bashing that one. And okay, that'll bring a conversation I want to talk about. So, you know, I was watching someone, he was live today, and I don't know who he is. I just caught his live. And he was like, why is it that, was it IG? I don't know. But anyway, his thing was, you know, we've gotten it, cancel culture. Why is it that we can't agree anymore? What has happened in America that we just simply can't agree or have an opinion about something without you just being a hater? That's what it was. He was talking about someone called him a hater because he commented on someone else that's Black. And what gets me is when they're in the comment section, oh, you're a fellow Black woman, you shouldn't. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? You know, we're all entitled to my opinions. You may not think that I should have this back here. Someone should say, bring the picture down. Someone should say, curl your hair, put on less lipstick. I don't care, but you're entitled to your opinion. You really are. But you know, if you're going to say those things, there's a way to say it or not. And even with my commentary on whoever I talk about, I'm never going to bash you and I'm never going to trash you. I'm not, unless you are trash. and most of God's children are not trash, because he didn't throw me away. So I can't call people trash. I just can't. I meant you ladies made me rethink how fast we could take off. She's literally made for the camera. I've noticed and close family have told me that. And here's the thing. I was on YouTube before Latrice, and I'll be on YouTube after Latrice. I'm creating videos about everything known to man before and after Latrice. Latrice is not my channel. And I will continue to say that, and I will always say that. And so you can't really measure our success or lack thereof based on your daughter. Your daughter, the thing about YouTube is there's just no formula. There really is no formula other than doing what you need to do to get success. I'm telling you right now, Ebony, you could have a video idea for your granddaughter, for your daughter, and you'd be like, oh, this is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the one. And my content creators in the bushes and or right here in the chat section, tell them, let me know if this is correct, because I know we've all experienced this. And big, huge YouTubers say the same thing. The video and the ideas that you swear are going to take off, you know, I'm going to be hot by December because of this. Get about 2-3 views. The video that's so random because you're like, I got this idea. I need to create something. Let me go on here and paint this star. 100,000 views. Are you kidding me? So you really can't judge. You can't compare. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't compare. I don't, yeah, it takes time. It takes time. And it takes, thank you, Bridges. It really can be trust me, but it takes time. It takes time, but it also takes, let's see. Yes, her and my husband went viral from daddy-daughter dance one time, and I was shocked the views it got. And that's the thing. If I can be completely honest with you, your goal should not to be to go viral. When I created, so I have several viral videos. My hugest one so far is a Disney video and a Latrice video. And my Disney videos just really take off. And then now, you know, a lot of my talking videos and stuff like that. But when I create these topics, I honestly don't think I'm going to go viral today. I don't think that. The video that has been is the one that was so random. And I don't, and the thing about it is, if I can be perfectly honest with you, I love Roz, I love Cece, I love everybody. But because we all do the same thing, and I want my commentary to kind of be authentic, I can't watch them. And I'm sure they're the same way. And so people that do exactly what I do, I don't necessarily watch them because I don't want anybody to say I'm biting off them or anything like that. But also you want to remain in your lane, whatever your lane is. And to be honest with you, okay, so let's say I started YouTube 2 years ago. It took me 2 years. It took me 1.5 years to get my niche. Once I found my niche, I had to then get serious, because then there's that part too. Playing with it, have this, that, and the other. So there's so many things that will pique the algorithm. But the other part about that is, don't get in the trap of, number one, creating to go viral. If that's what you're saying, I'm just commenting. Don't comment and say, oh, I'm not, whatever. I'm just saying. And the other thing is, you know, don't jump on YouTube thinking that you're just going to be an overnight success because, you know, you're creating all these videos and stuff like that. I was just talking to someone today. He was like, oh, you started off doing beauty videos. I say, yeah, I used to do makeup videos, but I was still talking. See, that's the thing. Talking has always been my niche, but I was talking while I was cooking, talking while I was this, talking while I was that. Finally, it was, yeah, I got you, baby. I'm just talking at this point. But then it got to the point where it was like, that's it. And then when I have people actually waiting for me to go live, y'all weren't waiting for me to cook. Y'all may now, because we've developed that rapport. But no, what they wanted to know was XYZ, da, 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 da. So it's just really, really, really interesting. I wanted some YouTube questions. I really did, because I know some people are trying to figure out how to do this thing. What to do. Like I said, someone called me today and he was like, all this happened because you started doing makeup videos. Well, that's how it is. Believe it or not, what you're starting off on YouTube, my first video I'm doing nothing what I'm doing now. So crazy. Yes, okay, we got that. It's hit or miss. It's absolutely hit or miss. And it is humbling. That's why I say, you know, don't do things, because what happens is, I believe, in my opinion, when you get in the habit of wanting to go viral and or wanting to get the views and stuff like that, for me, it's about the passion. I had this energy, this glow, this all this stuff, talking to 5 people on live before, years ago, talking to 20 people on live. I remember 100 people on live. So to me, it's more about your passion and your product. And all okay, perfect example. Thank you, Holy Spirit. It's like that scripture that says, seek you first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added unto you. I just feel like if I seek and just produce, everything that I want will be added unto me. But also, I'm not desperate. Thankfully, knock on wood and everything else, I don't have to booty shake, show my I don't care if it takes a snail's pace for me to get 1 million subscribers. I'm not going to be on here doing crazy stuff for views. And unfortunately, I think I talked about that before. Unfortunately, views like that is going to take that. And I'm not about that. I'm not doing that. Ebony says, exactly. It was scary. Yes. Yes. And so that's the other thing. I've always, because I'm the type that if you're on live and you're saying da 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 da, out of curiosity, I'll go, oh, da 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 da. I can find stuff. So I've been very, very private online. I'm a little bit more transparent with you guys. And I'll be honest with you, like I you know, thought about making up a fake name and a pseudo name and all this. You got to consider all those things, because once you become public and that one video is out there, that is a chance for somebody to you know, try to find you or, you know, troll you. Not even something that extreme, just trolling, you know. It's very interesting. So as confident as I am, there was a time where I was just like, oh, I don't know, because I knew I had to be super transparent. I'm so private, to be honest, but now realizing I can reach a particular audience that can relate. Exactly. I still don't put my kids on this camera. If you follow me on social media or something like that or whatever. Well, okay, Chastity. Good for you, baby. So yeah. So it's good to be private, and you can be private to a certain. You tell people what you want them to know. Pamela said, exactly. Understood. Yeah, I know you understand. Bridget's gang. Let's block her because she just got time today. Yes, because my first live, I only had 3 people on my live, and you can't be discouraged by that. But I hope you gave them the same energy and passion as if it was 1,000 people that was on there. And you know, if y'all didn't know, I read a comment from someone. Oh, she was like, oh, quit lying. You know, you started this channel because of Latrice. Baby, I've been on YouTube. And the truth of the matter is, I think it's been at least 3 weeks since Latrice has ever been in one of my titles. Like, seriously. Because we have talked about this woman ad nauseum, and she's not my channel, period. So anyway, I love your appearance and white teeth. So thank you, Pamela. So do you think that people should just make different videos, or can I just make it like a lifestyle vlog? So do you think people should make different videos, or can I make it like a lifestyle blog? I think make different videos and then see what people, because here's the thing. This is what I was trying to say earlier. Here's the thing. YouTube don't care what you want to produce. YouTube is going to tell you, and your audience is going to tell you what they're interested in you. So as much as I was doing all those makeup videos and all this other stuff, yes, I had people following. Yes, I had people asking questions, but then I realized, hold up. I really don't want to be a makeup guru. That's not my thing. Like, I don't want to review products and all of that. Now, if you guys have questions, we'll do lives, I'll do makeup. But at the end of the day, I had to really think like, whoa, if this takes off, that's really not what I'm passionate about. What are you really passionate about? I want to talk. I want to make a difference. I want to whatever. I want to be sort of like XYZ, but I want to do it my way. Oh, okay. But the only way I was able to think through that was to create all kind of videos, whatever came to my mind. That's how you find your niche. Unless you know your niche. If you are a organizer, that's your niche. So you don't have to explore, narrow it down. But even in that, you'll find how you want to do it, how you're editing and all this other stuff. Because that's how your lifestyle videos will come through that. So to me, knowing you after we've talked and all of that, I think that you will be a lifestyle vlogger, doing those lifestyle blogs, but your audience will tell you what they want more of. Y'all don't really care. Like, y'all like when I show y'all Arizona, those are really good videos. Y'all like, but ultimately y'all want to dish it, and y'all want to have y'all want the table to be able to talk about what y'all want to talk about, and y'all want this. I didn't go live as much as I go live now. So the only way, the bottom line is, the only way to get to your niche and to get to, okay, what is this channel really about, is it's probably going to take doing different videos, because you also want to see, how did that feel? Okay. How did that feel? For me, I do nail videos. I have tons of nail videos, but I don't like them. They're too, I got to set up my camera, do this, do that. And I got to show y'all me doing my work and all this other stuff. So much editing in those nail videos. I'm not passionate about that. Then I was doing, but if my friend said, hey, can you do a video on blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah. Can you show me how to do a wing dye? Can you show me how to do this, that? I do that like that. But I only figured that out because I was doing different videos. So that does not hurt at all. And I think that's how I narrowed down my space. Hope that helps. Cece brought me to your page to Bridget's game. Yep. Have you ever watched this young man on YouTube telling you how much other YouTube makes? This is his channel. How much? No, I did. I've never watched him. Listen, I don't need to watch him, because I know some of these people are making big, big money, and my hat's off to them. I always say, this is my passion. I love it. Obviously, we're all here to capitalize on the monetization of everything. But at the end of the day, I had the same passion, this same excitement, the same everything before I was monetized. Thank you. I've been doing a lot more videos. I got to go check those out. I apologize. I don't get the notifications. So I really can't apologize. But I'll do them. I'll be tuned in. Good. I'm glad. I don't know if I wanted to add business info on here, but I like doing videos with my babies. Okay. Jaheem Green. Hey, Melissa. Hey. This is the most ever I watched YouTube since I've been watching you and Roz. Good, Diamond K. That is a compliment. Thank you. And I think Roz and I think we're the same age. We're the same age. We're the same age. I think we're the same age. I don't know what month her birthday is in, but we're the same age. So you're going to get the same type of wisdom. You're going to get probably, I'm married, she's single. I think we both have the same amount of kids. I think she has 5 kids. Not sure how many kids she has, but when I listen to her, I'm like, all of that. So anyway, yeah, absolutely. And if you guys are on her page and you see someone trolling, it is not me. There's a fake page of me going around. I do not comment on Cece's or Rosalind's page. So yeah, got to run in the store, but great content going here, ladies. Absolutely. So let's see what time it is. Unless you guys have more YouTube questions, I can answer you for them. I can show you stuff, whatever you want to know. It's free game went Tuesday or whatever. But that's my advice, Bridget. Just keep going. And again, the goal is not to go viral, because, viral is a blessing and a curse in a sense, because viral is sometimes, you have all these people, but having a whole bunch of subscribers is not necessarily a good thing. I'm going to say it that way. What do you like most about yourself? That's a good question. What I like most about myself is that I'm okay with being unique. I'm okay with not doing what everyone else is doing. I'm okay with just being me, I just love that about myself. I'm not intimidated by other women. I can compliment everything from the hair, the body, this, that, all of that. I love that about me, because I know that a lot of women aren't like that. I just love being me. I do. I don't have a jealous bone in my body as far as that's concerned. I can't really think of anything that I would be jealous of, because that, to me, jealousy means I'm not satisfied with who I am and what I have, or like I'm envious or covetous of it. So yeah, yeah, I'm a cool person. What's your favorite movie of all time? Jeez. What's my favorite movie of all time? I don't know. Cause then I'd have to say, okay, kiddie movie, adult movie. I don't know. I'm not really a passionate movie person. Around the holidays, we watch Elf. And see, I'm about to sound silly. So around the holidays, we make sure we watch Elf. We watch the one with You're Gonna Shoot Your Eye Out. Boys in the Hood always gives me a good cry. The Color Purple always Color Purple is, pretty good about that. I love black and white movies. Yeah, there's just movies for different things, yeah. What are you most proud of? I'm most proud of what I'm proud of my YouTube channel. I'm proud of what my husband and I have built as a couple, for sure, because it does not represent where either one of us have came from. So yeah, that for sure. Do you have any secret talents? We talked about this before. I can do different impressions. I have a lot of secret talents. I paint, a lot of art stuff. I don't know, but nothing secret. Nothing secret. No, not really. What is your wildest fantasy? I don't know. Is there something that you used to do that you love, but you stopped doing now? That's a good question. Y'all, this is a question for y'all. What is it that you used to do but you stopped doing? You just stopped doing it. If you could change one thing about yourself, what will it be? I did not get a chance to watch Manifest because I'm only home. I've only been home for a day. So I said, let me wait a few minutes. If I could change one thing about myself, what will it be? Sometimes I wish I was not wish. I don't wish that. Let me rephrase that. Sometimes, but then I like that about me. I was going to say, so my husband is my balance, right? We talked about this before. I'm way more reserved, and I may often come off as stuck up, whatever, but really I'm just observing what's going on. And if I really feel like giving you a time of day or just ignoring you or whatever, that's kind of mean, but it is what it is. He jumps right in. Hey, how you doing? That whole thing. So maybe socially, I guess, I don't know. I don't know if that's something. Let me think about that. Because I'm feeling pressure to answer that. And I'm like, what the heck would I change about me? Okay. Because I'm thinking personality. What would I change? I get a breast reduction for sure. If you could change one thing about yourself, I would get a breast reduction. Yes. No BBL, no this, no that, whatever. But these boobies are inherited by my grandmother, and God, did she bless me, my cousin, and I bless my daughter. Yeah, it's just a mess, So we got these, and then these nice little bodies. So yeah, that's one thing. But I want something a little bit more intimate to answer that question. I can't think at the top of my head. What would I change? If I could change one thing, you know what? I would probably be less of an overthinker. And it's really weird because as much as I'm a free spirit, I'm kind of like a granola free spirit in the sense of, ooh, let's go to Vegas and all this other stuff. But yet so okay, perfect example. I'll be like, babe, you want to let's go to San Diego. Let's fly to da. Then I'll be like, oh crap. Did I just say that to him? Because he's down. He's like, yeah, let's go. And then I'm overthinking everything. What about this? What about that? And it's never about money or anything. It's just, okay, I got to pack this. And what about this? What if a hurricane? So I'm an overthinker. I'll talk myself out of stuff, and situations and adventures and stuff like that. I absolutely will. And also, like, if my kids are out and about or something like that, and like I have to stay up and wait for them to come home and stuff like that. So if I could just chill a little more. I'm on a 10 a lot in some ways. In some ways. And I'm a lot. I really am. I'm a lot. I really, really am. But it's a good thing. It's in a good way. So he loves me, but at the same time, he's just like, girl, let's just go. And literally halfway down, you know, we'll be at the airport. You sure you want to go? Okay. All right, babe. He's like, I have the crazy ideas. He catapults it. And then in midair, when I'm like, here we go, I'm like, oh crap, we shouldn't, you know, and then I have a good time and it all works out. So I'm an overthinker in that way. I wish that I can enjoy a lot of moments without my head thinking this. So I have to do a lot of self-talk in certain situations to say, you're going to have fun. Okay. Yeah. I'm a bad shopper. Are you? Meaning you don't know how to shop or you shop too much? I'm not a bad shopper. Did I get a chance to see manifest? No, not yet. Like I answered that. It's not what you say and how you say it. Exactly. That's right. Getting the 4,000 hours. How do you work it? Content. You know, gotta run to, so okay. You just gotta create. There's no other way to do it. You gotta give something. You gotta give people something to view. If you're not creating, then we can't view, and then we can't get to the 4,000. So that's what I've been told, and it worked, and that is the absolute truth. I'm even going to tell you that the experts say you don't want to go viral unless the viral trick works for you, because you can go viral and you can end up with all these thousands of people, oh my goodness, watching this one freaking video. Then you're either trapped into talking about that same thing, or you don't really have subscribers. You have subscribers, but you don't have active subscribers. And that's what YouTube looks for. They look for active subscribers. Like, they don't care that you have 4,000 dormant subscribers, because then it's just ridiculous. So I don't necessarily always look for the viral videos. I don't create for viralness. Yeah, that was a hard question, Pamela. That was really, really hard. It's hard because I'm not the type to sit in negative thoughts or sit in like, oh, you know, just hate. Yeah, I changed this breast reduction, and like I said, I would just change the overthinking once I in different situations. I don't always overthink, but I'm a planner. So because I'm a planner, but I'm also someone that likes control. So that's a bad combination. Someone that likes to plan, likes control, but likes being sporadic. Lord Jesus, it's crazy. So tell me about being a bad shopper. So do I restart every 60 days? I don't want to go viral. You don't. You don't. You want authentic engagement. And so in slow and steady in most things wins the race. That's just the bottom line. So yeah, you don't restart every 60 days. No, you do not. It's the whole year. So yeah. Nope. Just create. That's all. That's the way to do it. And just watch the analytics, study the analytics, you know, and you know, be open to your channel changing. In your head, the Bridges Gang is this. This is what I want. This is what I want it to be. But be open to YouTube and people accepting you. For an example, you're like, you know what? This spaghetti dinner is what this family's going to get. Well, guess what? YouTube would be like, but we like when you made the salad. So you have to be open to that, so that if that's what's going to take off in your channel, you got to make salad, girlfriend. Sorry, off subject. Anybody know a good veggie burger to purchase out of the grocery store? The one in the green box. That was a good one, if I remember correctly. Like the most, what is it? It's a green box. But you know what? I think they've all just really been good. I think they've all really been good lately. Like, they've upped their game. Yes, that's my advice to you 100%. Like I said, I just create. I still do. I haven't made it in the sense of where I want to be, you know, being monetized. Like, and that's the thing. A lot of people, oh, let me just get to monetization and everything will be okay. No, you gotta still work. And even in that, slow and steady wins the race. And so, you know, I look at certain people and you're like, oh, this celebrity, Tamar, this one, now they all on YouTube. And it's like, that's not fair. You're already a celebrity. And he, you know, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? If I was related to someone famous, I'd be like, girl, tell them about my channel, whatever. But yeah, it works. Yeah, slow and steady. You don't want to go viral. Do you think it's better to stay in a motel or Airbnb or just buy? Me personally, I like hotels. I don't stay in motels and Airbnbs. Okay, so just something about me. Costco, bulk shopping, all of that just really racks my brain. I that's too much thinking, too much math. And you know, thank God for a husband who's good with numbers, good with money, good with all of that. So he can understand, like, babe, this is a deal at Costco. To me, it just looks like a bunch of crap. Like, why are we, to me, paper towels, that kind of stuff. I don't understand why we need 3 ketchups. Like, why do we need it? So it's hard for me to even do that with Airbnbs and stuff like that. By the time you pay cleaning fees and this fee and that fee, I'm like, I may as well stay at a hotel. So it depends. It depends on where you're going. If it's all of us meeting together, Thanksgiving, we all want to stay together or whatever, Airbnb works. Going out of town, Vegas, this and that and the other, whatever, I'm not getting Airbnb. I'm staying at Caesar's Palace, not Caesar's, my place, the Venetian or whatever. I'm just doing that. So to answer your question, I think it depends where I'm going. If we're going staying, if we're staying, it's winter, we're staying at a lodge or whatever, I'm gonna get a cabin and do like that. So I'm not staying in a hotel in that type of situation. So it just depends. It all just depends on what you're doing. And some people swear by timeshares. So it depends on what your preference is. I like a cute hotel. Okay. I like a good hotel. Give me room service, give me top quality, all of that. I don't play about my hotels. So yeah, that's what I would do. My phone is slow, but thanks. Let's see. Get your questions in. I think I'll take about 2 more from you guys and I'll read about 2 more from here. I'll ask you guys, is there something that you used to do that you loved, but you stopped doing now? What did you used to do, but you stopped? And one thing is very interesting. I enjoy art. I love painting. I make jewelry, all this stuff. Like I have so many canvases over there. I got my portfolio, that whole thing. And just through time, I just don't do it no more. And so I went out and bought some more canvas on top of those. And I'm like, okay, I need to start creating. Yeah. I'm 50, married with 1 23-year-old, so you can relate. Exactly. We're relatable. Diamond girl, you 50? Okay, sis. You look good. I thought you, whenever you comment, I thought you like in your 30s, sis. Get it, girl. All right. One more thing. And unless you, one more question off of here, and then I'll just open the floor and then we dip out. What were you like as a kid? I was a very, very, very introverted, thinking inwardly type kid. I was not the wild kid at all. I like to be off in my own. And like if all my cousins were over here, I would play with my cousins and stuff like that. But generally speaking, I like to be off playing with my own stuff. I would be creating like this is little kid. Creating doll clothes or whatever. I was always, I loved my grandmother, so I would always be up under her. I was very whiny as a kid, very, very thumb sucky whine. Like trust me, I was a big baby. I was a brat as a kid, but not a brat to the point where like I was bad and I like, oh, you stupid. No, it's just, I was the baby. I was the baby of my brother and and I was the only girl. So I wouldn't say I was spoiled, but I might have been. I don't know. My mother could answer that, but I was very, very, very just I was a very quiet child, but as I got older, let's say mid 10, 11, 12, I was very talkative. Like I was the lawyer in the classroom. Teachers couldn't say, like, you picking on that kid, you leave that kid alone. I was defending everybody in my wake or whatever. And I didn't stop talking since then. But as a little kid, I remember being very, very quiet, very, very reserved, very, very, kind of just like off, not shy. I wasn't shy, but just very quiet in a sense. And then maybe about 6, 7, 8, or 8, 9, 10, or whatever, just kind of getting out of my shell, but still, sometime if I fool with you, I fool with you. If I didn't, I didn't. And I love the fact that my mom allowed me to have that personality where she didn't make me talk to people. She didn't make me to go to so-and-so's house. She didn't make me do this, didn't make me do that. It was like, hey, that's just who she is. She didn't allow me to be rude, but if I didn't want to engage, she didn't make me, So yeah. So I'm going to wait a little bit for, 1 or 2 more questions. Get your YouTube questions in. I think I answered it. Hopefully the Bridges Gang, I helped you out. Pretty much that's just how it goes. There's no way around. And I don't recommend it, but there's no way around getting those 4,000 watch hours. You got to create in order for people to watch. And slow and steady wins the race. Oh my God, my daughter is the same way. Yes, she's going to be a great, great person. She's thinking and observing. And I can tell you that my personality used to annoy some people and some family members because they felt like, oh, why doesn't she this or why? But my mother's like, okay, she came in, she spoke, that's it. Like, leave her alone. Like, just leave her alone. She's not being rude. She's not bothering you. But I was observing. Like, I just sat back even as a kid and was like, that's stupid. That is not smart. Okay. I don't like her. Nope. Won't be doing that as an adult. So I was analyzing all kinds of stuff as a little kid. But then by the time I got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, telling teachers, you shouldn't have said that to him like that. And they calling my mother. Melissa jumped into something that didn't have nothing to do with her. I was talking to this one and she talked to him wrong. She shouldn't have said that. Lord have mercy. Let me get to the school for her. So that was me. And then high school, band girl, good girl. I always got good grades. Always got good grades. Top 10% in high school. That's why I was such a shock that I got pregnant, that whole thing. Just really, good girl. In that regard. I don't have the story of the rebellious teen, slamming doors, acting stupid and all that. Nah, didn't do all that. Not at all. So, all right, friends, it is 5:30 here. So anyway, that we probably got, by the time I ask questions, you ask questions to me, we got almost 50 questions out. If not, how tall am I? I am 5'2". Very short. And I laugh because my kids laugh whenever I say my thing. They're like, you're not 5'2", but I'm claiming 5'2". I'm 5'2". I am very, very short, very, definitely shorter than my husband. And yeah. That's a good question. Not very tall. My daughter's the same way. Nice questions, Pamela. Thank you guys for your questions. Again, I'll do my closeout. I'll be looking for more questions. If you don't have any more questions, go ahead and ask them in the comment section once this video is over. Like I said, if you wanted to talk about the triggers, if you were online, no. I'm very short. No. If you came on because you thought we were going to talk about the triggers and all of that, we're going to do that on Thursday evening. Tonight, I just said, you know what? They don't know a lot about me. Let's get, talk, whatever. Let me see. My favorite color is rose gold. Before rose gold, it was purple. But when rose gold came out, I had everything in rose gold. And my favorite food, I'd say, is soul food, seafood, wings. My favorite mixed drink would be, I like a good like a Washington apple. Like I like soury, sweet type stuff. I don't like red wine, but I'll drink it. I found a red wine that I like actually. And I don't know the name of it, whatever he does, whatever. What else? Let's see. What I'm afraid of, birds. Deathly afraid. Birds are evil. I'm telling you right now. Birds. I don't like cats. Not a fan of dogs, but I will tolerate a dog, but no birds. I prefer working out in the evening. That's where I'm headed. I'm not a morning person at all. At all. At all. Not a morning person. Y'all saw, if you watch my video, watch the video from earlier, I had to open the door for Bob the Builder. I did not pledge a sorority. I was going to pledge AKA. I mean, as a kid, if as obsessed as I was about AKAs as a kid, I'm surprised I'm not an AKA, but my road just didn't, I just didn't do it. And now I don't know. I'm not interested in that regard. Actively interested. But when I was younger, I was obsessed. So we're in Miami, you know, especially being in the band in Miami, that the band culture in Miami is huge. And, you know, FAMU and our band was a huge, huge band. And we were always playing at the colleges and everything else like that. So that's where, you know, in Miami, you learn about the Greeks and this, that, and the other. And so I wanted to pledge AKA always. And became a teenage mom. I didn't go to college right away. So life just didn't, you know, go that path. And then, you know, feed my kid, pledge, feed my kid like that. So, and then I never was approached, you know, as an adult or anything. And I don't even know how all that goes in any way. So, nope, I did not pledge anything. But if I did, that's what I would have pledged. I was obsessed. Trust me, I was obsessed. It probably was the pink and green. I swear it probably was just the color. What else y'all want to know? What fragrances? I absolutely, let me see. No, I don't have that on me. I was going to understand. Thank you. Yeah. I'm short. Y'all thought I was tall? I look tall. No, this little shirt. Listen, some places I go, my little feet be dangling over the, like, it was so, I'm like, why are my feet not touching the ground? Like, why aren't they touching the ground? I don't know. I don't know what else you guys want to know. I got tons of videos out there talking about YouTube, how to get started on the page. If you want help to start a YouTube page, I have information on that. A lot of people have emailed me. I answered them. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure if I will answer it now because my page has grown so much that I don't know who's emailing me in the sense of asking me stuff. Like I'll answer some things because I have communicated with some people and given them my number, stuff like that. But at this point, I probably, to be honest with you, I would not do that. But if you have any questions, I can definitely answer in a public domain about YouTube and stuff, because there's room and space for everyone. There's room, like there's only one me. There's only one you. I don't care how much anyone tries to do what I do. You can't do what I do because it's just me. And it's the same thing for someone else. So there's space and room for everyone. And it's free game. It's certain things. No, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to figure it out. But I'm very transparent on 99% of the stuff. To be honest with you, let me change that. The only thing I don't tell people is stuff that's specific to me, stuff that I want to do about me. Now, if you say, hey, Melissa, how do you then I'll say, oh, I use this, or I use that, or I do that, or whatever. But I don't tell you how to be you, if that makes sense. So that's what I mean, you know, when I say I don't tell you everything. I don't tell you what makes me me. So yeah, that's pretty much, I got this drink sitting here, and that's understandable. Good, thank you. Free game, all, you know, Bridges. I mean, hey, I'll tell you anything known to man, but I can't mold you, because what'll happen is you'll end up being a miniature Melissa. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. And no, you might be yo, what's up? Welcome. That may be you. And I want you to be you. I want you to greet your people the way you greet your people. I want you to No, knowledge is not free. It's not free. I know. It's not. People don't understand that. No, they don't. You got to go after it. You have to go after it. And the thing about it is that a lot of this, especially when you're creating, is so personal to who you are. So when I give my tips and stuff, I just say what works for me, but also what's comfortable for me. Like I said, I started off doing nail videos. I hate it. I mean, I'll do them, but I don't like doing them. It takes way too much. Like I have to go slow to make sure you see what I'm doing or whatever. So I don't do it. And I'm not like I get a lot of hair questions, but you're not gonna see Melissa on camera with a wig cap on or in her natural habitat. I'll say it that way. Teaching y'all something. Oh no, ma'am. No. You're not, that's just not my thing. However, I love people that do that. I'm like, girl, you correct. Like you on the internet with this stocking cap on doing your thing, getting these views. You go, girl. But somebody else may say, you know what? I'm not getting on there showing my face. I'm not getting on there talking. So you gotta figure it out what makes you comfortable. Someone's like, oh, I don't want a ring light. I want to do this. I like being in the dark. I like being in the light. I like a more natural light. So yeah. So, but it's good to bounce ideas off people like, hey, what do you think about this video idea or that or that or that? And unfortunately, there's just so many people that don't want to help. And I don't mind helping. Like I said, I'll help to the point where until I feel like I'm making you into a little miniature Melissa. And then I don't want that. I want you to be you. I want you to be you online. So that's that. I hope I answered all y'all questions. If not, my email will be tagged below. And I just said don't email me, didn't I? Just leave a comment, and just let me know. Or the next time we do this, just shoot a question to me. But I answer my comments. So just let me know what it is that you want to know. But yes, I am a little talkative short person. I'm not a little person, but yeah, I'm very short. My husband's, yeah, he's super tall. And all my kids tower over me, except the 16-year-old. She does not tower over me just yet. And she probably won't. Nah. So anyway. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. Before we head out, how are you guys' day? I did get an email, a text saying, oh, go check out Teresa's live. And I honestly, I popped in and she was fussing in the car. And I'm like, who are you fussing at? And why are you still fussing? And then I realized she was fussing at someone, talking to Coco, whatever. And then I just left out. So yeah. Diamond says couponing. Girl, I'm about to start back. Diamond, I'm bad with that. I'm just so bad with that. I admire couponers because y'all be saving. You hear me? But I just never got, I feel like, I be wondering where y'all getting those circulars from these days. When we were growing up, that was every Sunday. It all came in, and then you go to different neighbors who weren't going to use theirs, that whole thing. Now it's like, where on earth do y'all get that from? Let us know. And you know what, Bridges? I have to get back with you about those vendors. I really do. And whatever else you need help with. But I'm going to go check out your videos too. Y'all go check out her videos. Who else is on here that has a channel? Burnett has a channel. I think this is her. Yep. Burnett has a channel. The Bridges Game has a channel. Yeah, check them out. Check them out. Yeah. So, all righty. I'm going to head on out of here because y'all are quiet. I'm quiet. We've answered everything. Something happened in the YouTube streets. I don't know these people. That's why I didn't start talking about them. But apparently it was a big thing with these two rappers and someone named Brandon or whatever. Y'all go find out. What happened. Because I don't know who it is. But a couple of my YouTubers that I watched, they were talking about it. And I was like, but I don't know them. But maybe y'all probably don't even know them either. But someone drugged this one. I'm like, y'all, I'm telling you, these YouTube streets, it's too much. I don't have patience to do the coupons. Yes, I don't have the patience either, but also I just don't know where you're going to get them from. But then also that mindset for me where it's like, okay, I buy things in bulk. Like I have toilet paper and paper towels and cleaning supplies in ad nauseum. But certain things I'm just like, why do I want all of this? Like, I don't know. I admire you guys that do that. So anyway, it is Tuesday evening. The next time that we will be on will be Thursday evening, unless something jumps off. I always say that. I always say unless something jumps off, because I know something's going to jump off. And I'm going to get a text. I'm going to get a comment. Hey, go live and let's talk about this. And that's what we're going to do. But anyway, Wednesday, typically I try to take a break midweek and then I hit it again. Who knows? If I feel like it tomorrow evening, I'll come on if something is popping or whatever. But if not, I will see you guys Thursday morning. And for those of you, again, if you were in the bushes and you're wondering what happened to the conversation about being triggered and being responsible for your triggers, we will have that conversation this Thursday at 4 o'clock. I thought that was a really, really good conversation. I think it was Saweetie or someone that said, hey, the world isn't responsible for your triggers. And I was like, she's absolutely right. And I have a couple of a couple of story times about how someone went off on me because I didn't know their triggers. But then because I said something, I should have known what their triggers were. Life don't work that way. Life does not work that way. So with that being said, y'all, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. If you're watching the replay, hit the like button. It doesn't hurt. If you're wondering what this page is about, who is about, this is just a 50 questions random thing that we're doing today. I don't know when we'll do it again, but make sure you hit the subscribe button. Most of all, come back, interact. I love the interaction and I love to give everybody a chance to speak on it, talk about it, do what we need to do. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the replay. Hopefully you will catch me live on Thursday. If not tomorrow, if something jumps off. I love saying that because I already know. But in the meantime, I'm going to miss you guys. Have a good week. Bye-bye. See you soon. Bye-bye.